The year is 1947. Los Angeles, the city of dreams, is about to witness a nightmare that will refuse to fade away. It's a case that has haunted detectives, journalists, and true crime enthusiasts for nearly 8 decades. A case that turned a young, aspiring actress into an eternal symbol of Hollywood's dark underbelly. This is the story of Elizabeth Short, known to history as the Black Dahlia. On the morning of January 15, 1947, a local resident walking her child in the Leimert Park neighborhood of Los Angeles discovered something horrific in a vacant lot. Thinking at first it was a discarded mannequin, she soon realized the grisly truth. What she found was the mutilated body of a young woman, severed at the waist, drained of blood, and posed in the dirt. The brutality of the scene was beyond anything the LAPD had encountered. The killer had left her there, exposed to the world, as if staging a macabre exhibit. The victim was identified as 22-year-old Elizabeth Short. She had moved to California, hoping to make it in the movies, but her journey ended in this lonely lot. When the news broke, the media descended like vultures. They dubbed her the Black Dahlia because of her penchant for wearing black clothing and a rumored fixation on the film, The Blue Dahlia. The name stuck, and it became synonymous with the mystery itself. The investigation that followed was the biggest manhunt in Los Angeles history. The police were under immense pressure to find the monster responsible. Thousands of people were interviewed, and hundreds of suspects were brought in. Doctors, writers, laborers, and even famous Hollywood figures. Some confessed to the crime just for the notoriety, only to be dismissed when their stories didn't align with the evidence. But despite the massive effort, the case remained unsolvable. The killer was meticulous. There were no fingerprints, no clear DNA, which didn't even exist as a tool back then, and no reliable witnesses. The crime scene had been scrubbed clean, suggesting the perpetrator was someone who knew how to hide evidence, perhaps someone with medical or surgical knowledge. This led to decades of speculation. Was it a doctor? Was it a high-profile businessman? Was it someone Elizabeth knew, or a complete stranger who had been stalking her for weeks? Over the years, names like George Hodel, a physician with a dark past, and various others were floated as potential killers. Books were written, theories were debated, and investigative journalists spent their entire careers trying to unmask the perpetrator. Yet every lead eventually withered away. The case file grew thicker, but the answers never came. What makes the Black Dahlia case so enduring? It's not just the brutality of the murder. It's the sense that a secret was buried in 1947 that remains buried today. It represents the loss of innocence in a city built on illusions. For the public, Elizabeth Short became more than a victim. She became a ghost who constantly reminds us that sometimes the most horrific crimes are the ones that are never answered. The mystery of the Black Dahlia remains one of the greatest open wounds in criminal history. It proves that despite our best efforts, time can sometimes act as a shroud, hiding the truth so deeply that it may never be recovered. But as long as we keep telling her story, her memory doesn't just fade into the darkness. Thanks for watching this deep dive on Frozen Secrets. If you're fascinated by the cold cases that defined history, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. What do you think happened to Elizabeth Short? Drop your theories in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one, where we continue to thaw the secrets of the past.